xenophobia. No to oppression. No to police brutality. No to political brutality. No to terrorism. No to political terrorists. No to political militants. No to political cartel. Not to political cabal. Not to injustice. Say no to corrupt godfathers. Say no to corrupt godmothers. Enough is enough. If Nigeria not kill corruption, corruption will kill Nigeria. What do? We have to kill corruption.
We are in White House right now. We are about to start. This is MEGACOMRADE playing a Fabomo live in White House. It's a honor to Edo State and to the great musician Fabomo. It is not easy. It has never been done in the history of Nigeria, you know. So we are about to start. I'm going to get on the mic in a few minutes. There are Secret Service everywhere here. This is what freedom looks like, you know, right in the door of the White House. That is it. Nobody can stop the MEGACOMRADE. Nobody. If the White House cannot stop the FM, who the hell is Nigerian government?
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Fabomo should be happy when Little kids are dancing on his music. The national demonstration. We have been very nice secretary. My what by the bank? Okay, what's the thing one? Start.
Members of People Freedom Movement worldwide, we are at the White House to register our protest and submit a letter of protest to the President of the United States, wanting the United States to take lead on how to stop the killings in Africa, especially those who are crossing the Mediterranean Sea to Europe. We are all aware of so many Africans that have died as a result of emigration, and we feel this is enough. And those in Libya too that are going through a lot of mental slavery. So at this point, I would like to introduce the leader of this movement, MEGACOMRADE CLEMENT, Officer CLEMENT ERANOMIGHO. So he will be addressing the world about this at the White House.
Yes. What time is it? Good afternoon, y'all. Yeah, audience. Yes, as we can understand, this is MEGACOMRADE Officer CLEMENT ERANOMIGHO, and a law enforcement officer turned an activist. I am from Dallas, Texas. I have worked in the United States as a detention officer, deal with criminals. Now I'm a corruption activist. We are preaching against corruption genocide in Africa. Yesterday I was in the Capitol Hill in the United States. I was in a lot of senators' office to bring awareness against corruption in Africa, most especially Nigeria. This is America. It's the home of the free. It's the most peaceful country in the world. When you know what you are doing, stay away from trouble. Your voice will be heard anywhere loud and clear, from the stairway of the Capitol Hill and right here at the White House. And as soon as we are done, we got a letter for the president, and it's going to get to him. However, the MEGACOMRADE is here to let the world know that Africa are going through corruption, most especially Nigeria. Nigeria become the most corrupt country in the world, in the globe. Nigeria. And yet, the Nigerian political leaders are here in Capitol Hill. Taxpayer, United States taxpayer, funding the Capitol Secret Police to protect criminals, to protect terrorist sponsors. There's no way you can fight terrorism without fighting corruption. Terrorism was created by corruption. Corruption is the origin of terrorism. I ain't no black and white about it. It's all the truth. So if United States cannot fight corruption, how the hell are you going to fight terrorists? That is not possible. So we are just wasting our taxpayers' money. I know how much they took from my tax every 2 weeks or 1 month. It's a lot of money. So we are here to let the President Donald J. Trump, aware of it. There are a lot of secret service over here who can transfer the information to him. A lot of aides are here, a mufti, who can transfer it. And we have a letter for him. And as soon as we leave here, we are going to Capitol Hill. Deliver my letters to all the senators. We visited Senator John McCain, Chuck Schumer, Ted Cruz's office, and Susan Collins, and a lot of them. They all turn a blind eye on Africa. They don't care. Nobody want to care. You go to Libya, it's all terrorists, killing innocent children, killing Africans, killing children all over the globe. Then you go to Nigeria, it's another bad story. That is the capital of corruption. The capital, the British people are the one that create corruption, the British government. I was in a Theresa May office about 2 months ago in the number 10 Downing Street. and let Prime Minister Theresa May know that the British government are the problem of the globe.
Yeah, you only go. Maybe Nigeria boy, but I know the problem with Nigeria.
So, excuse me, brother. We are on live right now. You want to speak? You speak later, okay? Don't be a corrupt citizen.
Don't talk like that. I'm not corrupt,
okay.
Man.
So we are fighting corruption here. We are not here to discuss to anyone. I want to appeal to everyone. If you want to discuss, you can go to our Facebook page or website, People's Freedom Movement. Send us a message. We'll be there to respond to you. So, like as I was saying, we are here to let United States know that children are dying in the Mediterranean Sea due to corruption. Italian government have helped Africa more than the American government, more than the British, more than the so-called failed EU. They have turned a blind eye on Nigerians, on Senegalese, Zimbabwean, Cameroonian, Cote d'Ivoirian, name it, Togolese. They don't care because they are black people. But I want to let everyone know we all bleed red blood. There ain't no black or white or green or Asian or African. The Mediterranean Sea have turned to fishing, feeding. The humans are not feeding all the old fish in the sea. And still the Europeans are eating the fish. It's all African human beings they are eating every day. So we want to let the White House know it is time to declare war against Nigerian government on corruption. It is time to tell the Nigerian government enough is enough. It is time to stop all these political cabals, political terrorists, political criminals, political, what do they call it? Name it. It is time to tell them enough is enough. If you cannot fix your country, don't come to America. Stay in your country. We do not want Nigerian government to export terrorism into our White House or America. That is why I am here. And as a man who has defended this country and provide safety for this country, I will never allow anyone to bring harm to me and my children. We are telling President Donald J. Trump to listen and listen very clearly. Enough of all these Nigerian political leaders that you are harboring in your White House. We do not need Nigerian president in the White House anymore. Nigerian president have turned a blind eye against corruption. He campaigned on corruption. He is going to declare war against corruption. So far, his children are the most wealthiest children in JP Morgan Bank. Billions of African dollars are resting in British bank. The British immigration continue to deport Africa day by day, but they refuse to deport African money. That is called corruption. When you want to deport black people, you deport their money as well. Do not keep our money and deport our vulnerable, defenseless, voiceless children of Africa. Africa are good people. Africa's citizens are not bad people. When they have no hope, they lose hope. Their mind will be open to criminal activities, into terrorist activities. We do not want that in the United States. How do we stop that? We have to let the British government know about it. The failed British armies, British Secret Service, they failed. They continue to fail. I told them in London, when I was in London 2 months ago, and next week I'll be heading to number 10 Downing Street, Prime Minister's office, to let her know again. It is time to take action against corruption. I have declared war, personally, PFM, against corruption, genocide in Africa. Terrorism cannot be won. Terrorism war cannot be won without fighting corruption. Corruption is the architect, is the engineer, is the BMW, is the Mercedes engine. Corruption is the Mercedes engine of terrorists. Terrorists have no bank. Terrorists have no country. Terrorists have no weapon. How the hell do terrorists get bombed? Every day they kill innocent people. The same so-called political cabals, political criminals, where I call political criminals, are responsible for all this. So it is time for the Washington DC to fight the fight of corruption when it's going to cost us $1 to $10 million, rather than to wait next year and allow the war to come into our doorstep. Then we continue to spend billions upon billions. That does not make sense. President Donald J. Trump campaign that is going to fight against corruption. I never vote for him, but I support him. Now that I see he's doing a good job, I am going to support him. I'm a Burma supporter. But now I'm supporting him. I won't shy away from who I am. I am asking him to pick up a pen, pick up a phone, and call the president of all Africans to put them on notice. Not until they stop corruption in Africa, terrorists will not stop. That is the fact. Who is going to say the truth? Nobody. But the tiger and the lion combined. I am the only one that is going to say the truth. You know why? Because I'm fearless. I am clean like water, snow. No trespass. That is why I'm in the White House. To let the whole world know that the problem we have is not Islamic. It's not Christian. Our problem is corruption. Corruption is the creator of terrorists. That is the fact. You can ask the FBI, ask anyone. They will tell you the truth. Corruption is the architect of insurgency. Corruption is the problem. You don't need a PhD to understand corruption is the architect of all problems in the world. And the British government are the founder of corruption. I have told Prime Minister Theresa May to take his corruption, put it in his bedroom, put it in her bedroom. We do not need corruption in Africa. They inflated corruption all over Africa. Now they refuse to take what they have brought to Africa. It does not sound good. I might look stupid to you, I might look like crazy man on the street or in the front of the White House, but let me tell you, what started as one movement is going to end up as the reality. Without PFM, there is no hell in the world the White House will be aware of what is happening in Nigeria, or what is happening in Africa, what is happening in Italy. The Italian government are one of the best governments. Like I said yesterday at the Senate office, they said, oh, we have been trying to help the European Union. How they can help innocent Africa down in the Mediterranean Sea. You know what I told them? I said, no European Union. European Union is a failed union. Talk about Italian government. They are the best government in Europe. They are not racist. And they are good. Forget it talking with Spanish or other European Union. You know what I'm saying? That is the truth. And I don't care to whatever anyone think is not my goddamn business. I mind my own business. They should mind their business. So we are here to let the whole world know that corruption is our problem. Corruption genocide is happening in Nigeria every day. When next I'm coming to this White House, it's going to be a lot of evidence that I'm going to present to this White House. What corruption genocide have cost Nigeria, have cost Africa. Boko Haram was created by corruption. Boko Haram, Al-Shabaab was created by corruption. Even Okada was created by corruption. If you cannot stop corruption, how the hell are you going to win the war against terrorists? It's not possible. Stop killing our children. You send it to Hamway, knowing the fact that corruption is the architect, is the creation of terrorists. Corruption. Terrorists does not have a bank. They don't print money. They have no country. They have nothing in their life. All they have is all these political terrorists that come to the White House. They will be given a red carpet, walking on a red carpet, knowing that they are terrorists. But President Trump refused to understand the meaning of corruption and terrorists. You cannot differentiate both. If anyone who are here listening, the camera might be watching, I want you to video me very well. This is Officer CLEMENT ERANOMIGHO EDEGBE, all the way from Texas. You know how we do it in Texas? We say the truth, we don't care. When you say the truth, you die by the truth. That is the fact. So we are telling you, President Trump, help us take corruption that the British government have created in Africa and pack it to number 10 Downing Street. Use a dumpster pickup or truck, load it and ship it to the European Union. We don't want corruption in Africa. Children are dying in Africa. Mothers are dying in Africa. Innocent fathers are dying in Africa. Mediterranean Sea become a sea of killing spraying. More than 1 million Africans have perished in Mediterranean Sea this year. More than 1 million. CNN are not showing it. Fox News are not showing it. MSNBC are doing nothing about it. They turn a blind eye against it because it's all black people. That is the fact. It's the truth. I will not shy away from my race. I'm a black man. Who happens to know that being a black man, you have every right as everyone else have. But however, we still have some knuckleheads who are ready to do whatever it takes to disrupt the peace of the black people. Africa has more than 90% of black race. That is why when killings are happening in Africa, nobody cares about it. Nobody cares. Even the German government are segregating Nigeria and Africa from Asia. What is the difference? We all bleed red blood. It's red blood, everyone. It don't matter if you're white or black or red or Asian or Arab. It's one red blood. While they held the German, we segregate them. Document will be issued to Asia. And Africa will be deported while our money is laying in their bank. Enough of all this nonsense. So we are calling on the United States government. If I live here in about a few minutes, I'm going to be heading to Capitol Hill, right here across the street. I'm going to be heading there, doing the same thing, letting them know that we are tired of silence. The White House, President Trump, we are calling you to do whatever it takes to ban all African political terrorists from entering United States. Just like you advised when Ebola were going on in Africa. I watched you on Fast News a couple of years ago, without even knowing you become the president of the United States one day. You said all African citizens from West Africa should be hot. All visa should be hot until Ebola is eradicated. So why not stop all these African leaders when you know corruption is the architect, is the creator of terrorists? Terrorism and Ebola, which one is more dangerous? If anyone can say the truth. Of course, terrorism is more dangerous. Ebola have no hand. Ebola have no leg. Ebola have no mouth. Ebola cannot walk except you walk with him. So we are letting you know, instead of you sending our men and women in uniform into harmways, we are telling you to fight corruption peacefully. You don't need to drop a bomb on corruption. All you need to do, sign a paper, ban all African political criminals, all African political cabals, all African political terrorists. They are terrorists, and terrorists deserve to stay in jail. You lock them up. I will be the one to feed them every day. That is what we want from you. Justice. You said law and order in Washington, D.C. Where is the law and order against corruption? Zero. You failed. Failed. Fake promise. Fake campaign promise. So we are calling on President Trump. Before you eat every day, think about the innocent children dying in Libya. Think about the innocent civilians, voiceless, defenseless. As the president of the vulnerable citizens of the world, it is my duty to speak on behalf of the millions and millions of innocent children all over the globe. To let the White House know that our problem is corruption. Africa is one of the richest continent in the world. God bless Africa, but we have nothing to show for it. We have nothing. We have everything God has given to any humankind. We have oil, we have gas, we have uranium, we have name it. But our political leaders, political criminals, political terrorists, political cabals refuse to let us have a taste of what God has given to us. And all the senators, congressmen, not to talk of the Speaker of the House, Rampor is, I don't even know where that man came from. Tomorrow I will be heading to his office. I will let Rampor know to be a speaker, a leader of a free world, you have to lead black, white, red, Asian, Hispanic. It don't matter what culture you come from. You have to lead everybody right. You can't lead some in the ditch and lead some into corruption and lead other into wealthy. Forget about tax break for billionaires and millionaires. The most important thing is corruption. Fight corruption, President Trump. Law and order, where is it? Where is the law and order? Fake promise, fake campaign promise. Law and order. All African leaders who are stealing money to the United States will be sent back to Africa. How many President Trump are sent back to Africa? Zero. Nada. Zero. Nothing. Fake promise. So as I come here, fly all the way more than I went to Canada last week. From Canada, I flew down to DC. As I'm heading back to Dallas, I'll be flying back to Brussels, to EU capital, to let them know this is a fight I have chosen. Fight war against corruption. PFM have declared war against political cabal, war against political criminals, war against political terrorists, most especially Nigeria. Nigeria become the #1 corrupt country in the world. If you don't know that today. Only one state in Nigeria, in my state where I came from, our gas resources is bigger than the whole Russia Gas Federation. But yet, there's nothing to show for it. Nigeria oil, zero to show for it. JP Morgan, Bank of America, billions upon billions of African money is laying there. Cat and fat cat executive are eating our money. Here you are, you see, when Africa come here, they want, America is good, let's be honest. They get the paper. Go to Europe and see what is happening. Not Italy. Italy is good too. Go to the United Kingdom. The founder of corruption. The British government are the worst government in the globe. The British government are the problem of the world. They are the one that misled us during 9/11. Their intelligence is fake. Fake intelligence. Everything about London is corrupt. Everything about it. The British citizens are good citizens, but unfortunately, their leader are corrupt leader. So we are calling on President Trump, and I have my letter. Where is that my letter? Let me have it. Yeah. This is my letter. Before I leave, I will drop it off. This letter has been sent to all the senators. Almost. And this letter is going to be sent to all the Congress. And if the Congress and the Republican administration are really ready to fight corruption, I am willing to sacrifice everything that they need. Information. The most honest thing they can see is to ask African citizens. Forget about African political leaders. How the hell are you going to go meet a criminal? You ask a criminal, oh criminal, did you steal some money in the bank? Then you expect this criminal to tell you, oh yes, I steal that money. That is not possible. How are you going to ask a corrupt leader, oh, what is happening in your country? What the hell are they going to tell you? Nothing. You have President Trump rolling a red carpet for Nigerian leader. To hell with their red carpet. Anytime African leaders are coming to Washington, D.C., I'm going to lead a massive protest. I came here on my own today to let them know that we are not going to tolerate it anymore. African people are scared to death. They don't want to talk. They're just scared. When they see police, they run. They see Secret Service, they run. That is the problem. I don't know why you are scared when you are clean. You have nothing to hide. Why are you scared? That is the question I'm asking them. You can see right now, I'm here by myself. No one has the audacity or the courage. They know the problem. Everyone knows corruption is destroying Africa. We all know that. Everyone knows that. Because the tiger and the lion is not afraid of nobody. That is the truth. You know what I'm saying? I die for the truth and I stand for the truth. Nigerian political leaders are the real terrorists. African political leaders are the real terrorists. If you want to fight terrorism in America, fight corruption. Loud and clear. Corruption is the creator of terrorism. President Trump, corruption is the creation of terrorism. Our British government are the founder of corruption. I have told them, they know I well, they are aware of it, they know me very well. My name is known all over the world, and I don't care. Call me whatever name you want to call me, I don't give a damn. I say the truth, I die, I go see Jesus. Jesus is waiting for me in heaven. The Bible said, whatever you believe in your heart, follow it up. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. So therefore, I will continue to speak until the truth is being heard. So we are calling on the White House. We are calling on the good people of America to join us and tell our African leader, mostly Nigerian leader, the senior president, Inspector General of Police. How can you imagine a police commissioner will be sleeping with 15-year-old girl, raping children without no consequence? Can you imagine that? How many people here going to allow a police officer or a chief of police be raping 16-year-old girl in America? That will never happen. That will never happen. But the same police officer, they will come to West Virginia, they will come to FBI training academy, they will be running a red carpet for them because they come here with thousands and thousands and billions of corrupt money. Nothing happened to them. So we're going to work with the FBI. Every information we have, we're going to transfer it to the FBI. Don't ask who did it. I did it. The tiger and the lion did it. I did it. I will send every correct information to the law enforcement agency in America. We're going to hunt you like a rabbit. And when you are in Nigeria and you are watching, thousands of people are watching right now. I'm doing this with a mic, with a cell phone. I have no weapon. I have no bomb. I have nothing. All I have is my mouth and my cell phone. And it's tormenting you. There's nothing you can do about it. So we're going to make sure whenever you leave Africa and you are coming with your bad way of behavior, you are not going to come to the United States, number one. And we're going to stop you from coming to Europe. You can see right here, it's going straight from People Freedom Movement. There, that is it. So everyone in the world you are watching, as you watch, you share. Don't be selfish about it. Don't just sit there and say, oh, I am listening to MEGACOMRADE. Let me enjoy it and go. You drink your beer or whatever. No, share it. You know what I'm saying? So that is why we are here today. PFM is here to stay. PFM, People Freedom Movement, is freedom for all and freedom for life. We are anti-corruption, anti-xenophobia, anti-oppression, anti-police brutality, anti-injustice, anti-government phobia, anti-terrorism, anti-corruption phobia. Anything that got to do with phobia, we are zero tolerant against it. So therefore, we are calling everyone, Africa, wherever you are, you have all these values and you share our values. Join us. Together, let us fight corruption all over the world. This is an epidemic that is damaging Africa. Africa has uranium. They will come to Niger Republic. They pack our uranium and get them $10 billion. Uranium that worth more than 100 billion. These same people will steal it from Africa. They come to Africa and steal all our wealth, steal all our money, and they tell us, don't come to our country. What the hell is wrong with you, brother? You took everything we have by force. Here you telling us not to come to a damn country. I'm going to come everywhere you ask me not to come. I am coming there because you are a thief. You have nobody to persecute you, to humiliate you, or charge you, and eventually send you to jail. So you are running wild like a dead cockroach. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I am going to go everywhere in the country, thanks to America, where I have lived, who have adopted me, and have given me, have made me understand what is called freedom. Our freedom they have given me, I have shared it all over the world. Let me tell you, if I'm from America and you are dirty your country, that again. There's no better country than the United States. That is the truth. I have traveled 47 countries in the world. Any place you're going to find America is one America. So therefore, we are calling on President Trump. President Trump, we are calling on you. I never vote for you. If you want my vote, you need to fight corruption. You campaign on corruption. Corruption is the creator of what?
Genocide.
Terrorism, right? Corruption is the creation of terrorists. Boko Haram war cannot be won. Why is Nigeria fighting Boko Haram for how many years? Boko Haram is growing. What do you think is happening? Corruption. They took all the money. Every year they allocate money to fight Boko Haram. Boko Haram are not really terrorists. Boko Haram are innocent children who were brainwashed by political cabals. They brainwashed them. They gave them weapons. They gave them bomb. They tell them what to do. That is how Boko Haram become a wild lion that you cannot stop. Now the same political leader are here coming to the White House. President Trump is rolling a red carpet for criminals, rolling a red carpet for terrorists, and you come on the media and say, oh, war against terrorists. How the hell are you fighting terrorists? The origin of terrorists is eating dinner in your White House. The origin of terrorists is eating breakfast with your family. Yesterday I was in Capitol complaining about corruption while you were eating dinner with the Republican senators. What the hell is wrong with that? Everything is wrong with that, brother. You know what I mean? You know? So if really you are calling on law and order, the same thing you suffer. And we all know that I don't have my view. That is the truth. I am supporting him because he's doing some good job. He's doing some bad job. President Trump campaign when he came to Dallas, Texas. President Trump, you said Number one, charge against you. You said you're going to be the president for all. Failed. 0. Then you also said you're going to fight corruption. That all African leaders who have mansions in Washington, D.C., in everywhere, that you're going to send them back to their country. 0. Promise failed. And you also said that you're going to crack down on terrorists. So far, you are not cracking down on anything in Nigeria. 0. Instead of you cracking down on them in Nigeria, they are cracking on your pocket. That is the truth. They are cracking on your dollars. That is what they are doing. They are cracking on red carpet. They come here. You can't even allow me to go to your White House. Then you allow terrorists to walk by here. They will come there and eat without even knowing that this is the founder of terrorism. I'm telling you, the MEGACOMRADE is saying it. Nigerian political leaders are terrorists. Nigerian political leaders, most 90% of them are terrorists. They should be stopped. Most the governor, especially the governor of Edo State, is a criminal. He's a police scheme master. He works in Chicago. He works in New York. And he's carrying an American passport. And he's a criminal. Every time you come here, you roll the red carpet. When I come here, a clean citizen, a former or current security personnel in US, there you treat me like rubbish. You treat me like nobody. You know what I'm saying? I have to go through FBI, screening, go through this, go to that. How many of them go through polygraph test? If they say they are not terrorists, polygraph them. Polygraph them, put them on lie detective test. The same thing you do to me. Do it to them. Let's see who is honest. That is how to fight terrorists. You want to fight political cabals? Put them on lie detective test. President of Nigeria, President Zimbabwe, President Mugabe of Zimbabwe. That one is old, 90 years old. Yeah. My picture. Go ahead. That's fine. Go ahead. That's fine, brother. No problem. It's all about freedom. Yes. I don't care. Thank you. No problem. I don't care. Right? No, I ain't stopping nowhere. Shit. I ain't stopping for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stopping. I'm ready for it. This is the letter to the president. If anyone in the White House, they want me to drop it by the gate, I can just give it to them right there. It will be faster. I don't have money for stamp. I don't have a way to post it on a DHL or whatever they call it. So I'm going to deliver it by hand. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to American people, they know how to hold their leaders accountable. They will hold you accountable. Nigerian citizens, they're scared. They're scared. They fear death when death is not close to them. They're scared like a little kid. You know what I'm saying? Why do you have to be afraid of death when death is not even close to you? Nigerian leaders, they found Boko Haram. Call me in witness in the court. I will stand against them. They created Boko Haram. Boko Haram are innocent Nigerian, vulnerable Nigerian citizens who have no food to eat. They have no water to drink. They have no job. Then the political cabals, they finance them. They gave them money. They gave them weapons. Then here you have President Trump continue what President Obama still left over. You are rolling the red carpet for founder of terrorists. How can you discuss how to fight terrorism with the creator of terrorists? Does that make sense to anyone? No way. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You are rolling the red carpet to a terrorist founder. You telling a terrorist founder, how are we going to cure this terrorist epidemic? Epidemic ain't going nowhere because epidemic is in the White House. He's eating lunch with President Trump. That is the fact. It took me a lot of courage to quit my job. How many officers can quit their job and become a corruption activist without getting a $10? Nobody but me. That is the fact. I should have been in jail right now, dealing with criminals in Texas Department of Criminal Justice. And what I learned how to do is to put you behind bar. I will never go to jail. I'll put you in jail. So therefore, we are calling on everyone to join us. Let's put all these political leaders in jail. That is the truth. That is the truth. And the truth has to be spoken. We can come here with 1 million. At the end of the day, what are we going to achieve? Nothing. We come here, they create chaos, they destroy things, there are damages, nothing. The same thing they're going to do is what I'm doing right now.
That is exactly what I'm doing. So I am urging anyone who doubt the power of freedom. Look at it. You can never doubt the power of freedom. Everyone in the world wants freedom. Man wants freedom. Wife wants freedom. Husband wants freedom. Children want freedom. Handicap want freedom. You know what I'm saying? A sick man and women in a hospital want freedom. President Trump wants freedom. He's tired of fake news. You tired of fake news? You should be tired of fake, corrupt leaders. That is the truth. We all want freedom. How are we going to achieve freedom? If you doubt the authenticity of People Freedom Movement, here I am telling you in the door of the White House, Washington, D.C., African leaders, stay away from America and good country in Europe. Stay in your country. And I am going to work hand to hand with the law enforcement agency to make sure we bring you one by one to justice. And when the FBI nab you, there is no corruption in the FBI. They will nab you and jail you like a rat, like a cockroach. That is the fact. And we're going to start with the governor of Edo State, who have been financing the new terrorist group called Vampire Militant Gang. Vampire Militant Gang is a new terrorist group that is emerging in Edo State, Benin City, led by Tony Kabaka Adu. His real name is Anthony Adu. I have called the FBI. I have given all the information. You see, American government, American media, they will tell you, brother, if you see something, you say something. When you see something unusual, contact the local law enforcement agency. That is exactly what I've done. Guess what? I asked one senator at ADSB, this is Senator Chuma, what? Senator Chuma office. Chuck Chuma. I asked him, you said when you see something, you say something. I'm telling you something now. You are not ready to do what I'm telling you. How the hell are you going to say see something, you say something? You know what I mean? There you have the German government, in another hand, segregating refugees. They will segregate Africans. They will turn Africa against Asia. They will turn Asia against South Americans. That is called segregation. Segregation is not tolerated by People Freedom Movement. We are against segregation. We are not going to tolerate it. Whenever we have the adequate finance, we're going to head to the German authority. We let them know they have done a good job in Syria. Good. They have done a good job accepting refugees. Good. And I'm going to ask President Trump, how many refugees you have helped from Africa? Zero. Zero, 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 zero. Zero, nada, 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 zero. How many black brothers and sisters you sleep in the day and say, oh, our brothers are dying in the Mediterranean Sea? You said only one, George W. Bush. You send it, just send one ship. Send one ship to Mediterranean Sea. Rescue all the African innocent brothers and sisters. We are not asking you to bring them to the White House. Bring them to my house. Bring them to Texas. Bring them to Texas. When I went and visited my son, I saw different aircraft laying down doing nothing. Why can't they just send one of those aircraft to go and rescue our innocent children? They cannot do it. They cannot force Nigerian government to do it. Nigerian government become Nigerian fraudulent government. Nigerian government become the most corrupt government in the whole world. Even the police inspector general of police, the head of Nigerian police, is a criminal himself. The commissioner of police, 5 months ago, I told you the commissioner of police is a criminal. They said, oh, MEGACOMRADE talk too much. He is just a talker. Guess what? 5 months later, now everybody is saying, oh God, he is the most corrupt commissioner. I see before you see. I am smarter than all of you. Now the commissioner of police is out of Edo State. That is the fact. Thanks to People Freedom Movement. Though they are not going to give us the credit, because whatever they can use to discredit us, they are ready to do it. So if the bar is going down, you can just remove it and plug it. So that is the truth. But if it's okay, just leave it. You know what I'm saying? So we are telling every man and women in America to stand up against corruption. Don't stop it. Hold on. Yeah. Let me see. When we see
So, as you can see right there, the sun is too much over here. But we're going to be here. I'm going to do this until God, there's no water. I don't think anybody is going to give me water because I'm not one of the political elite. They are not going to give me water. But the criminals will come, the terrorists will come, they will give them water. That is the truth. So, okay, you can see that poster right there, say free to bed. You see that? So, Nigeria citizens need freedom. They need freedom. That is what we are asking for. We are calling up Muhammadu Buhari, President Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria. I have never one day accused you of anything, but the end have come whereby you should come to the United States, come to the White House, come and discuss how you can hand over your ministers, all your corrupt political ministers, criminals, how you can hand over them to the Itapu. That is what I'm calling for. Hand over them to the Itapu, not the corrupt Nigerian police officers. You know what I'm saying? Police have no salary. They turn their gun to kidnapping. How can a police become a kidnapper? A country where police will kidnap you. How is that country going to be possible to live, be safe to live? A country where political leaders will have thugs like Tony Kabaka, the most dangerous terrorist in Edo State. How can a terrorist send his family to Canada to go and seek for a refugee? A Canadian government, they have eye, they don't see. They have ear, they don't hear. They allowed a terrorist family to come and stay in Canada. You know what I'm saying? It's like you are inviting a Satan into your church. That is the fact. How can you feed a Satan? You gave Satan water to drink, and he's dying. You gave him everything, and you house him. If you house a Satan, he's not going anywhere. They are parasites. They live in you, they feed in you, and eventually they will kill you. That is what Nigerian leaders is. 90% of Nigerian political leaders, they are parasites. Parasites, terrorists. All they know how to do is corruption, embezzlement, money laundering, name it, everything. They go to London, the British government will welcome them with two hands. They will welcome them with two hands. They will collect every paper that will legalize how they can root money from Africa. They steal everything we have. Oil is gone. Gas is gone. Uranium is gone. Gold is gone. Diamond is gone. Name it. Africa is the most wettest land God has ever created in mankind. But Africa is the most poorest continent in the world. How the hell that happen? A country that has so much. Who is asking the question? Nobody. Not even the White House. You know what I'm saying? How the hell that happen? How could that possible? You have everything in your house. You have food in your house. You have water in your house. You have chickens, turkeys, name it. At the end of the day, you are still hungry. Something must went wrong somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, something must went wrong somewhere. I think Fabumo is just calling me now. I just play his music. Hello? God bless you, sir. Are you watching? I'm right here. I just finished your music. So, we are doing awareness in White House right now. So, I'm going to be leaving to Dallas, Texas, maybe next tomorrow. Then I'll be going to Europe. I'll probably call you. Okay? God bless you, sir. Yeah. So, like I said, brothers and sisters, we are begging you, if you have a way to talk to President Trump today, don't hesitate to let him know that if President Trump, the President Donald J. Trump, if he refused to address the issue, one man, one mic, one speaker, one phone, to address in the White House, in the next few months, the consequence of being inactive will be more grievous than the consequence of being silent. Right now, Africa are growing. Terrorism is growing everywhere in Africa due to corruption. Can you imagine? In 70% of Africa, They have nowhere to turn to. They turn it to terrorism. How many millions is that? How many billions? Can you imagine? 50,000 black men in the street of Washington, D.C. How is anybody going to stop that? Nobody. So I'm letting Americans know. They say when you see something, you say something. I am telling you, corruption is creating terrorists in Africa more than anything in the world. You really want to fight terrorists? Fight our political terrorist financer. They are the ones financing terrorists. Their children are going to Harvard. They are going to Berkeley. They are going to the best university. You know what I mean? Why they are jailing innocent African citizens. That is unacceptable to People Freedom Movement. I have delivered my message, and I'm going to, you know what? Nobody want to give me water in the White House. Can you imagine that? In America. I have no water to drink. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, brothers and sisters, I am letting you know, go ahead and share this video. The MEGACOMRADE is going to hand over to Chief Ezoba. Then he has a few words he's going to tell you. Then while we go ahead and take a break. So I will be right back. In about a few hours, I will be heading to Capitol Hill. I will be going there and let them know, deliver the same letter I'm going to deliver here. So however I have to deliver this letter, I don't care. You know what I mean? What is that? It's a free personal Bible study. So you see that? That is protest. You see that? Huh? Huh? Okay. Okay. So you see, everyone come here to make their voice heard. You know what I mean? But African citizens, they are scared. They don't want to. They can't challenge them at home. They can't do nothing. They see ERANOMIGHO is doing it. They still criticize me. They expect you going to say about me. That is the truth. So I am going to go right now. I'm thirsty. I need water. So I have to go take a break, and I will be back. So I will be back. Before I come back, we have we have up to 6 o'clock. So the permit we have both in the capital will end at 6 p.m. You know what I mean? 6 hours. So therefore we have a long hours to talk about corruption. So go ahead and set your DVR down, set your YouTube down, invite your friends, tell everyone that the MEGACOMRADE, the Tiger and the Lion combined, is right here in Washington, D.C. challenging President Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria. If actually you want to fight corruption, come and join us. You know what I mean? If you cannot do anything, you want to call us for anything, you want to help in the computer, or you know you're a computer designer, they hack my computer every time, they destroy my phone every time, you can give me a call. Call our Secretary General at +1 469 618 2990. Open number +1 469 618 2990. So if any of the admin is there, go ahead and write it out and let them know about it. So that is it. There is no better way to bring awareness against corruption than coming to the front of the White House at the north side of it and let the whole world know about it. So that is it. So as I leave now, I'm going to call on CNN. I think they have came. Maybe we are not here because we are a little bit late. So we're going to go back. Whatever we do here is going to channel all over the world. And John Coker, if you are there, I need you to cut this video out and upload it to our Facebook page immediately. So that is what I'm saying. So let me hand over to Chief Ezoba.
We are talking about all the oppressed people all over the world. It doesn't matter where you are from. You live in the United States, you live in Canada, any part of the world you are from. If you suffer oppression, you have to contact us on the website, People Freedom Movement. We will be there to assist you to resolve your problem in your countries. We also want you guys to know that there is nothing anybody can do with corruption. Corruption encourages others to be discouraged because few people want to be rich all the time. And this will arrest the mindset of the vulnerables and they become inimical to the development of any society. Also, the politicians felt that the little number they are is better for them and their children to enjoy everything about the world while the less privileged look on or service them. And this is not acceptable, because we are told that if we are from the poor home, we have to go to school. And with education, we can break the barrier to poverty. But how can the irony of our education be fed this way when few others are just clinging on? Children are succeeding their parents in political circles. All positions are occupied by the rich. They have their organizations where they help each other. If you ever strive to become one of them, they either kill or murder you, so assassinate you. There are so many things they do to make our dreams not come true. That's why we are saying, if you believe in better future, you have to join the People Freedom Movement, so that we all can reason and begin to work against these people without going violent with any of them. We can take our pen, we can write, we can make our voice heard, we can vote them out. Then we can ensure that every opportunity that is granted, the right people are taken. So that, again, you may be aware, even in Cameroon, for instance, look at the way the Mao has spent so much years in power, has tried to kill the people over there. If you watch it on CNN, it's pathetic, though they are selective when they bring such news. But I want you all to know that it is very, very important that we know that there are problems. If you go to Asia, the Indians, the Pakistanis, many conflicts all over the world. These are all because of few people want to clinch to power. If 4 years can be enough for a president of the United States, or possibly 8 years, to give his best to a country as mighty as this, why would 8 years not be okay for every other country to do the same? So, brothers and sisters, it's terrifying, it's annoying, but the only way forward is for us to ask peacefully, work peacefully, and we will achieve it. Those are some of my submission. And People Freedom Worldwide, do not sleep. We are going to about to round up and go to the other side, the Capitol Hill, and continue the protest. So it's about mid-hour into the 6 hours we requested. You see, it's a civilized society, like you can see in the corner. The police, they distance themselves, they are doing their job. Nobody's bothering nobody. This is a free land where we are standing. You see, you can come here. Everybody can come here. Just say what is in your mind. They have all the information with the appropriate office processing them. I want the world to know. It's a very peaceful society that everybody wants to emulate. A lot of tourists are coming here. They are all seeing how it is. It can never be enough. You take pictures and just ask yourself, one day, how will my country ever look like this? But it's possible if we decide to work together.
So thank you, brothers and sisters. As you can see, we are about to end this right now. Like my secretary just said, we are going to be heading to Capitol Hill. We're going to stop by and drink a lot of water. If you have anything, you know, coming to Germany, I'm going to be coming to Sweden, to London, and I'm going to be going to Italy. I'm going to be coming to Madrid, where Austria, possible. So that is going to be in about 2 weeks. So if you have anything that you know you can support People Freedom Movement, go ahead and give us a call. Okay, guys. You know, give us a call. You know, this is not all about, oh, how is it going to end? No more. This is the reality. You know, when you want to kill a snake, you cut him in the head. So all the political cabals in Nigeria head have been cut. We're going to do it one by one. And we're going to work with the appropriate agency. The appropriate agency who can bring them to justice. Most especially in Nigeria. And Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State, who have personally banned me from coming to Africa. How can a governor will ban you, don't come to this country because you speak against corruption? How can it be you don't ever come to Africa again? You said America is the country you live now, so therefore you die in America. While you are coming here, President Trump is rolling red carpet for you with my taxpayer money. How am I going to tolerate that? I'm going to work every day. Work, they take all the debt tax. If I work overtime, they take half of it. I barely feed my family with it. Then yet you are using it to roll a red carpet for terrorists. That is unacceptable.
I'm not happy about it. You know what I mean? You campaign on law and order. Instead, you are allowing terrorists, giving the red carpet. They claim they are the leaders. Who leader? These are political terrorists. They are the ones financing Boko Haram. That is the truth. The truth has to be told. So therefore, the secretary said it's enough. So I am going. I want to thank all the men and women in uniform, most especially the Secret Service. May God bless you. I hope when you go home, your home will be more better than today. Knowing that today the man of God, prophet of freedom, have laid his hand upon your home. Peace will remain with you in Jesus' mighty name. So shall it be. Amen. Bye-bye. God bless you.
So, impressive finish. There.